Hello my friends and welcome to Random NBA Rants episode number 2. I am your host James, my friends call me Tribey, and today we are going to be talking about this very talented young Canadian gentleman named Jamal Murray. But first, if you missed episode 1, I somehow managed to rant about Steven Adams' mind-bogglingly weird fit on the Pelicans for 9 minutes and 43 seconds. First link in the description, check it out if you're keen. Okay, let's talk Jamal Murray. So I've been hearing on the grapevine and in the depths of NBA Twitter some stuff like this so far this season. Damn, Jamal Murray has fallen off since the bubble. He's been disappointing. He's not a star. And of course, he's not living up to, and here is the key word here, expectations. And on the surface, that stuff is correct to say. He's been pretty inconsistent this year. Looking at these game logs, this dude is up and down. Some nice numbers in here for sure, but I'm seeing point totals in there like 9, 13, 14, 9, and 5. Superstars generally turn up and get their numbers every night. Imagine Steph and Dame just posting regular single-digit games. It's not happening. Jamal seems to have some games where he's in kill mode, going off, and others where he just seems to get a bit lost in the soundboard shuffle and kind of disappears. So yeah, as of right now, he's not a superstar. Fair enough. But looking back at these bubble scoring numbers is wild. To be fair, the inconsistency was still there a little bit, but generally this was some crazy superstar Dame Lillard type shit. So my issue is not so much that people are spitting these facts about Jamal Murray being inconsistent and not looking like a superstar after he did in the bubble. My issue is more how genuinely upset, disappointed, and in their feelings people seem to be about these facts, as if Jamal Murray is letting himself and letting us down. It honestly seems like much of the basketball world just genuinely expected this 23-year-old kid to just come out this season on some Curry Lillard type level, which I think is the strange and unfair part of all of this. And it all starts with the bubble, man. This dude, TJ Warren, was literally nicknamed the Bubble God. I'm told these days TJ will actually only respond when addressed directly as Bubble God or Sir Bubble God and is considering a legal name change. But let's be honest. Jamal Murray took that bubble god crown when he dropped 50 bombs on Utah, then led his underdog team past the Clippers in 7, and competed hard against the Lakers 2 in a crazy run. It looked like he had ascended, taken the leap, arrived at superstardom. He was basically Dame Lillard for a month, and it was awesome. And that, my friends, is the problem with small sample sizes and inflated, here's that keyword again, expectations. To explain this, I've put together a highly professional and beautifully designed graph, which I'm going to put on the screen now. So you'll see here quite simply age on the x-axis and skill level on the y-axis, young guns on the left, vets on the right, elite players up top, trash down low. Got it? Cool. And here I have plotted Bubble Murray. Bubble Murray looked like he was knocking on the door of stardom, ready for Steph, Dame, Kyrie and the gang to open the door and let him in. And many seem to think he was just going to hit the ground running and stay right there at fringe superstar level this season. In reality, he's just come back right around here, as the same fringe all-star but not quite an all-star type guy he was before. In the bubble, we thought this talented young guard had skipped a few steps and taken a shortcut to superstardom. The media machine helped push this narrative too, of course, and it is these inflated expectations carrying into this season that seem to have people so disappointed. We're disappointed not so much by Murray's play versus the whole of last season or his career to date. We're disappointed mainly by this gap right here, between these outrageous Bubble Murray expectations and the relative mundanity of reality, which is often slow and steady progress. And to be fair, that slow, steady progress is still kind of there. Murray's still putting up just about career-high scoring numbers, while maintaining his efficiency, assist numbers, etc. But yeah, so far he's basically the same guy as last season. So this is a small sample size issue on two fronts. We have inflated expectations from a small sample size of playoff greatness, and we are casting our negative judgments so far this year based off a small sample size of games played in this still quite young season. Hey, Murray could still pop off this season, there is time for that. And in general, these kind of inflated expectations can be pretty tough for players too, so to a degree I feel for Jamal Murray here. These inflated expectations actually always get me thinking of another Canadian hooper, the infamous Andrew Wiggins. My boy Big Wiggs really is the poster boy for inflated expectations. If you've never heard of Andrew Wiggins and turned on a TV today, watch the Warriors game where he plays an average Andrew Wigginsy kind of game and drops some solid but not spectacular Andrew Wigginsy kind of numbers, you'd probably say, oh yeah, he looks like a solid NBA role player, nothing special, but yeah, he played pretty well, did a solid job. However, despite being, the 106th best basketball player on planet Earth, Wiggins is constantly mocked. called trash or a bust or a letdown, largely because he was the #1 overall pick, nicknamed by sensationalist media members hungry for clicks as Maple Jordan. Yes, that actually happened, and some actual human being had the misguided audacity to create this blasphemous, horrific image. And then Wiggins also got overpaid by his team, partially based off of those inflated expectations and some sporadic flashes of brilliance he had shown. So now Wiggins is underperforming hugely relative to his contract and these weighty expectations, largely pushed by the media and other talent evaluators in this league. Wiggins has of course brought some of this on himself and likely not worked as hard as he could have done, but the fact remains that despite being arguably a slightly above average to average NBA player, he's regarded by many as trash because of those weighty and often insane expectations. Now I should clarify, I'm far more confident in Murray as a player. He's going to be way better than Andrew Wiggins. He's already way better than Andrew Wiggins. The comparison here is more how they both suffer from these inflated expectations. So yeah, as Murray's age climbs on this beautiful, beautiful graph, so should his skill level. He may one day even reach at least close to the lofty heights of the Dames and Stephs of this world, or even further up to the GOAT levels of this graph I didn't even show you before. Or maybe not. My real point here is that only time will tell, and we should probably all just chill out, take a breath, and let Jamal get there. Now, he will need to be more consistent come playoff time for sure. I don't think one Serbian monster is quite enough to be a true contender. He will need some help. But I, for one, am not too worried about a very up and down start to Jamal's 2021 season just yet. Now, if the sample size of bad/inconsistent Jamal Murray play grows and grows, then maybe we can start ringing the, hey, Jamal Murray might just not be that guy alarm. But I, for one, am going to chill on all that for now. I'm just going to break out my popcorn and enjoy the show. Enjoy the mesmerizing Nikola Jokic for MVP show that they've got going on in Denver right now, because it is a ton of fun. So I'm just going to kick back, relax, watch it, and wish Jamal the best. So that is a wrap for today. Once again, I've been your host, James. My friends call me Tribey. You liking this video and subscribing to my channel would help me out a ton. I'm looking to get my first 1,000 subscribers. We're on that grind, so please get involved. Please subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, goodbye.